The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Mavericks. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
Well, right now for Minnesota, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. At one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. And it's Lively in at the 5 down low. And for the Timberwolves, some big guys down front on the block, Towns and Gobert. Anthony Edwards out there with B, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. Right, we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA, and this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And for those not following the latest buzz, a new target has been set up by MP to collect more assists than anyone on teams they face.
Thus far, MP has proven his ability to be the best playmaker on the court. He's making the right read, staying aware of his teammates, and most importantly, they're winning games.
For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, before the game, MP and I talked about the importance of good ball movement. He said, I try to involve my teammates wherever I can. If a guy's got a good look, it's my job to get it to him. You know how valuable that is to our team chemistry. That's how we win. He'll be dropping some dimes tonight, I'm sure, guys.
You know, that kind of basketball is so fun to watch. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Some worry, Doris, about a logjam up front for the Timberwolves, but it seems to have worked out.
It certainly has, Kevin, and I think part of that is the high skill level of both Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys can play the 4 and the 5 spot. What does that mean? Well, it allows either of them to line up next to Rudy Gobert, provide spacing with their shooting, and stay big. That's a huge advantage.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever. He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Thompson outside. No good with the triple. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's B. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Pass to Anunoby for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
And here is Washington. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And here's Doncic from the arc.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
B, the pass to Edwards. Count it.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now, here's Doncic. No good, unable to end this run.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Here's B, guarded by Doncic. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Doncic. It's good.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
B, the pass to Anunoby. Out to the wing. Here's B. He's covered by Thompson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Doncic. And it's blocked.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
B, the pass to Gobert. Here's B. Pass to Anunoby. Out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 7-point differential. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season. Coming up short.
So it's the Timberwolves now. After Luka Doncic hitting the 3. B, the pass to Anunoby. Here's B. Pass to Gobert. And the layup falls.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic kicks to Irving over Edwards. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Doncic.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3 level.
Here's B to the inside. And that one's good. Towns.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
Boy, the range of Kyrie and the quickness and efficiency with which he gets it off. Look out.
Here's Towns. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Doncic right side. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's B. Outside Edwards. A three-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Going inside.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Mavericks trail by 10, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Edwards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Doncic with it. He's got 5. Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, solid work from Kyrie right there. This guy never fears going against bigger players. His shot making too good.
Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
For Dallas, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Irving for 3. B pulls it in.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Inside. Anunoby kicks to Russell. Pass to B. Back to Russell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 12-point Minnesota lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Trains it from beyond the arc.
The defense has to know they're going to get a steady diet of three-point shooting from Luka.
Here's B. He has 6. On the wing, Anunoby. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. Down low, here's Irving. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
To the paint, here's Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep low post position. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. The 3, drills it from outside. B's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Isaiah Joe. He's out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Marshall in at the power forward. Outside Irving. Dallas again missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's the triple. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those 2 guys.
And that one, good. Reeves got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the high percentage opportunity. Naz Reid on the inside.
Irving from long range. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Edwards. From downtown. Now here's Reed. B the pass to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Here's B. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. Minnesota leading by 19. Here's B. 14 points for him. Pass to Reed. And here's Gobert. Here's B. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
That one good for 2.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Irving. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Reed. OG Anunoby comes in for McDaniels. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Edwards. Lively the pass to Washington. Back to Lively. Pass to Joe. Can they get it? Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. B in that last game against the Pelicans was all business. He finished with 57 points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league, and everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
Here's B. 16 points for him. Russell from long range scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
In catch-and-shoot situations, you've got to be balanced and in control. Mr. Russell, well done.
Gobert with the block, and they get it back. Lively, that's good. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 20-7 run. Pass to B. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Ball's right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well. And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Irving, a screen on Towns. Lively the pass to Thompson. Unloads from 13. B pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the middle. Here's Towns. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Lively. Outside Irving. Drives to the hoop. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's B, covered by Irving. Towns, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to Washington. On the wing, Irving. He's got 19. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Irving's got 21 in the game.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Here's B for the 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Minnesota having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
These guys are playing with intensity. They're relentless on the boards, especially on the offensive end.
Second chance points, one of the many reasons they're blowing the lid off this thing. All right, guys, let's talk about our players of the week for both conferences. In the East, Tyrese Halliburton.
How about Halliburton? Overlooked a little early on in his career, but once people saw more of him, they began to see the upside.
He has a positive effect in so many areas of the game. Well-deserved recognition here. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And so here is Dallas. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. B out there with Edwards. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Break every year. Injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
B pulls it in. B's got his 5th rebound in this one. The kick out to Anunoby. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's B, guarded by Doncic. 5 to shoot from the low block. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Thompson. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 43% from the field. A step-back shot here. Dallas again missing.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Dallas. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Outside Irving. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 24.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
B the pass to Anunoby. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Washington. Back to Doncic. Thompson finds Doncic. It's tipped.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's B. Lively defending. It's good. Gobert's got 7 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Doris with Nowitzki and Doncic, the Mavericks have gone from one great European player to another.
And you could tell the 1 year that Luka got to play with Dirk, Kevin, he absolutely loved it. He got to learn from a Hall of Famer and a champion. What better way to start your career?
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. B, the pass to Anunoby. Out to the right wing. Here's B. 23 points in the game. Towns for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, how about the maturity of Towns, recognizing the situation and just beats the clock.
Doncic passes to Lively. Thompson outside. Pass to Doncic. They need this. And he lays it up and in. He's got 15.
That's a high percentage look for Luka Doncic. He is a menace if he gets that deep.
Here's B. Guarded by Doncic. High post, Gobert. Here's B. Pass to Edwards. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Here's B, down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, another assist.
And that last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. How about the night he's having?
He's been on time and pinpoint with his passing all game long. Fantastic performance to tie the franchise record. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Kyrie Irving has teamed up with Luka Doncic. Kai says he's a winner. I'm a winner. We like going against the best. That's where we connect. It's about how we galvanize the rest of the group. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've failed and succeeded at the highest level. And I want to get back to that place. Kevin?
Yeah, and if anybody can do it, it is Kai. Title or bust. Thank you, D.A. And another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision both to find his teammates and to reach new heights. Irving against Edwards. Irving can't hit.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
B gets the bucket.
That is an absolute dime from the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Every year gets better as a playmaker.
Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Towns.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
pass to Doncic. Banked in off the glass. And that's 19 points for Luka Doncic.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. He's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside, Edwards. And that one, good. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Thompson sets the pick for Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
B, the pass to Edwards. Yep, that one goes.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Gobert. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Towns. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Anthony Edwards is a physical force. This guy has the frame and the game to be an elite two-way player.
And it's Doncic missing. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Joe. Goes up the baseline, and there it is for him. Joe's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
B, the pass to Reed. Down low. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's B, covered by Joe. Russell from long range. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Pass to Grimes. .106 left in the 3rd. Doncic, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's Russell, guarded by Doncic. Here's B, and he has 28 points for the game.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks.
He's putting on a clinic in team basketball, and the fans showing their love.
He's tallied the most assists in a single game in team history. And some changes here for the Timberwolves.
Bring us home, MP.
On the floor for Dallas. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Kyrie Irving is out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Grimes in at the small forward position. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Irving passes to Joe. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Here's B. Pass to man. Here's B, covered by Joe. And it's Russell in the corner. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to B. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games. You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Mavericks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to Joe. Misses the layup.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Washington with it. Shot clock at 6. Thompson for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to man. Here's B to the wing right side. A 3-ball. Carries it from 3-point range. B's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Gafford. Now Joe. To stop the run. B pulls it in. B's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Man with it from past the arc. A rebound by Washington. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Joe. Pass to Thompson. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Yeah, you keep defenders guessing with the ability to get to that in-between game. Part of what makes Klay Thompson an all-star.
Another possession, another assist.
Well, he's now tied for 3rd all-time in the record books for most assists in a game.
GA, he's been playing all game long like he knows exactly when and where to pass the ball. It's incredible.
An incredible 28 assists for him, and he has splashed his name right in the middle of some totals of other legends. Names like Stockton and Cousy, just to pick a few.
Picked by Reed. Shields bangs home the trifecta. He's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Timberwolves. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. Pass to Washington. Now Thompson. The tray. And it's Thompson again missing.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Here's man. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Thompson finds Joe. There's a screen. And on the way from Irving for three. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got rebound number 7 for him tonight. B the pass to Man, and another assist.
And this is a passing display that will be dissected for years after this one.
Well, the dimes keep piling up, Greg, and now he is tied for second most in assists. What a floor leader.
Standing even with Kevin Porter's total of 29 from back in 1978. Amazing.
Matthews, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Russell. Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Isaiah Joe. B the pass to Conley. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over Conley. The rebound by the Timberwolves. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Here's B. He's covered by Washington. Pass to B. 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And again, another assist.
And he has passed his way into the history books. That assist putting him even for the top spot all time.
Well, easily one of the best passing performances of all time, and his next assist will set him apart from everyone.
Well, you look at the 30 assists for him. He's matched Skiles' mark from 1990, and it's been a true team effort as he can't do it without his teammates knocking down shots.
And when you look at P.J. Washington, his value, DB, lies in his defensive versatility.
Well, he's cross-positional. You can switch virtually every position with him on the defensive end. There's a strong physical presence, but maybe my favorite attribute is he's fearless. There's a toughness and an edge, and boy, you give him a big shot to take, he's not going to hesitate.
And another assist for him.
There it is. Move over, everyone, as there is a new assist team.
He has been magnificent, GA, all game with his playmaking, and now the record is his alone.
For so long, Scott Skiles' mark of 30 assists was the top of the history books. Still in shock it was toppled here tonight.
And he drives in,
making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic passes to Lively. Matthews against Thompson. Pass to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Irving with a clean look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Launches it from deep. No good. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
No one has ever had as many assists in an NBA game as you did tonight. Take us through what that's like.
You're seeing what we do in practice behind closed doors. This is who we are. We're a team of playmakers. If you stop one of us, I know someone has to step up.
And that said, how do you improve on a record-setting effort like tonight's?
I like that question, Sabrina. And the best way I can answer that is the game never changes. Just keep the ball moving, keep yourself moving until you're holding that trophy after the last game. There's always room to improve.
Love that, love that. Well, thanks again.
Thank you. All right, cheers.
See ya. You good?
MP. I always knew you had this in you, MP. That's my guy right there.